Hi guys, this is Diana with DVB Designs, and I'm going to show you how I make one of my favorite straps. It is a two-sided strap. It's going to be white on one side and blue on the other, and there will not be any strap ends to show. I've cut the white piece is going to be the outer piece, the blue is going to be to the inside, and I've cut the white piece 4 inches longer so that when I put these two pieces together, the white is going to wrap around to the inside. There'll be a seam on the inside and you won't see any raw ends anywhere. So anyway, to do this, you have to sew your strap together and put your strap ends on it before you fold the edges to the middle. So I'm just going to sew this with a 1/4 inch seam. Let's see, I want to do it the other way around. I have got white thread in the top and blue in my bobbin, hoping nothing's going to show, so we'll see how that works. Construction length seam, I'm going down to about a 4. I'll do 5 for top stitching. Okay. This is as far as I go before I put the hardware on. You have to have the hardware on before you close the loop. I'm just using rectangle rings because I'm going to do hidden strap connectors. So I'm putting my rectangle rings on, and then I will sew the other ends together and have my loop closed. I'm going to put some double-sided tape on the ends here to help open my seam down flat. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. I don't have a view of what my camera is showing you, but with any luck you can see this. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, that seam is open flat. I'm going to go around and do the other one. Okay. I will be back in a second. I have a dog barking to come back in. The next step is to pull the tape off and fold the sides to the center. I am going to trim these ends off a little bit where I folded this. Okay, you see I trimmed my folded ends right there. I'm gonna do that on all four. Okay, there we go. So, gonna fold the edges to the middle, all the way around. Put a clip on it right here at the seam. That's really the only place it's going to want to pop open. All right, now I'm going to bring my hardware to the part that's already folded, and I will go around the rest of this strap. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but I'm going to go around the rest of the strap just as I've done here until I have it folded to the center all the way around. Okay, my strap is folded to the center all the way around. I'll work a few places, smooth a little few places so it's exactly to the center. I've got the hardware on the white, which is my longer piece. The blue is my shorter piece. The next step is going to be to find the centers matching the seams up. I'm just going to mark my centers with a silver pen on the edge. So I can line them up. Okay. Now I'll put double-sided tape on the short side where I have, right on top of where I've joined the two seams together. And you can use tape or glue, whatever you're more comfortable with. I use a lot of double-sided tape. Okay. I've got tape on all of the blue part, which is my short part. Taking the backing off the double-sided tape. And I need to find my centers again. There's my marks. There's my 2 silver marks. I'm putting them together. And now I just have to lay these together exactly on top of each other. Wait a minute, where'd my end go? Okay, I have to start that over again because I have both strap connectors on one end. I thought I had one on each end. So I have to move that strap connector down to the other end and find my silver marks again. There's my 2 silver marks. Sometimes the best way to get these level is to set it on edge when you're taping them together. Okay, now you can see how this turns out. My white is going to be to the outside, my blue is going to be the underside, and I'm going to sew within the blue. I'll do it from the top side, but I know where my seam is. And I'll put a rivet through the end here. Put a rivet right there and the kind of halfway through the white there. And this is one of the few straps that is going to be completely made before I put the connectors on the bag. I'll have to do my hidden strap connectors with the strap already on the connectors. But that's really the only way to do this because you can't. There you go. If this was a softer leather, I might put some stabilizer inside one layer of the strap. The white leather's kind of soft. The blue leather's very firm. That plus the rows of stitching I'm going to put on it are going to be enough to support this, especially since this isn't a crossbody strap. This is one of 2 straps that will be holding the bag, so it's only going to take half the weight of whatever is in the bag. Okay. Hope you've been able to see that so far. Next step is to sew around. I'm going to put a stitch length 5. I will pull long threads so I can hide them in the middle, and with long threads on the end. Gonna start just into the blue there. I've got a 1/8 inch compensating foot on.